Hello, theme park enthusiasts, and welcome back to Planet Coaster 2. So, in the last episode, we went ahead and built two new coasters, one over here and one over here. In this episode, we have to build two more coasters. Not sure we're going to actually get both of them built in this episode or not, but we're going to try to at least get one built in the episode. So, we basically have to wait for the money to come in some. That's the primary thing we're doing right now. We did open this restaurant as well, and we've got plenty of seating here available for people, so that is a good thing. That way we can get people fed. Overall, I'd say the park is being fairly successful right now. I'm almost thinking of putting in just another flat ride because why not kind of thing. Um, really, it's just a matter of getting the money up so we can get to the next coaster, though. And I'm thinking for this episode, we may only do the one coaster. Just so that way we don't have too much waiting around for a coaster to come in and such. Trying to figure out which coaster it is that I want. This is the one I want. So we're going to need 25,000 for it. And it's basically a matter of getting people into the park and onto the rides right now. This park's going to have the continual downpour that we've got going on, so nothing we can do about that really. Let's see, what else do we have to do? We have to do a scenery rating that's higher. So why don't we work on some scenery over at our restaurant while we're waiting here? Actually, you know what? Let's see where scenery is hurting some. That'll be a good idea. Oh, and I also do want to turn it to where... Yeah, let's just have it be whatever light it is what it is. Alright, we need another staff person over here. There we go. Yeah, let's get this trash cleaned up over in this area. Don't need it to be trashy here. Maybe putting in their trash can over here would be a good thing too. We could put one there. And we'll put one right over there too, just so we got plenty. Don't want people being litter bugs. As far as money, what do we have as far as a loan possibility? Well, we could increase the loan quite a bit. So I need 25,000. Let me just up it to 20. There we go. And let's pause so we don't lose any of that money. And let's put in the coaster. Alright, there's intersecting terrain evidently. Not sure exactly how there's intersecting terrain. Probably it's just the actual bushes and such here. So let me go ahead. We're just going to clean out some of this. Alright, and then we're also going to go ahead and... Can't really... lower the ground. Sort of want this like this. What ground is intersecting with it? Don't really want it back further that way if I can help it. Let's go ahead and spin it slightly. Well, I can see where it has to. Where it's having clearance issues that way before, because of that little piece of track there. Now can we lower it some? There we go. Much more where I want it as far as land and such. Yeah, we'll go with that. And then we're gonna have to just get rid of this shrub there. Otherwise, I think it's pretty good. It is called ultraviolet, so we're gonna leave the coloring for it the way it is, other than the cars. There's no reason to have the cars that color, so we'll go with blue for those. Then we need this to be dynamic. There we go. Need this rock removed. Otherwise, I think we're pretty good there. Let's edit the scenery. That was not what I wanted to do. So it is the entire thing. You know, that's fine. I can move the whole thing. There we go. Like that. Get rid of this. Alright, so all that is good. Let's go ahead and just do the basic path here. Copy existing. Alright, now let's go with expanding the path a little bit. Not that much. There we go. Let's just paintbrush the rest of this just to change up the railing to be the same as everything else. Alright, I think we are good to go there. Perfect. Let's get the queue path then, and same deal here. Copy existing. There we go. Alright, let's go back to this real fast. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so all that's set up. Let's allow it to start testing here. And then on top of that, we do need a station here. Alright, so now we got power over to it, which is perfect. I'm excited to ride this. This is going to be really cool. Alright, so while that's testing, let's think about what it is we want as the other coaster here. We already have that in the park. Oh no, we don't have that in the park yet. It's a smaller coaster, and I think this is more kids oriented, isn't it? Let's see here. I would say this is more of a kids coaster. I think we could fit this right over here, probably. I like it. We're gonna do that. So we need 26,000 for that one. Let's open that one up. Perfect. See if people start heading down that way. I think we'll probably take a ride on it once people start taking a ride on it, because there's no reason to wait. You know what I am thinking about doing is taking one of these shacks here, copying it. Actually, you know what? We'll just build it ourselves. Alright, so that is open. Let's just see here. Facilities. Let's go ahead and open that. What are the pieces called on the front? I want it to be gridded. There we go. Alright, so we want a shop front. And now I'm not actually sure I care about it being gridded. A little bit different there. But I'm going to stick with the same bamboo style that we've been going on with most of this stuff. Let's go ahead and put that grid props thing on. There we go. Actually, putting this here was a mistake. Alright. We've got an issue here. There we go. Alright, no, I don't want to do that. Let's go here. Scenery. Roof. Let's see. I know what I'm looking for. There we go. Perfect. Then let's go ahead and duplicate this. Undo that. There we go. Let's delete that. Let's go to facilities. Yeah, we'll go with that. Then we will add the photo kiosk right in here. Alright, so that's done there. Let's go ahead and connect it to the ride. Perfect. Let's edit the building. I need to duplicate this side. There we go. Just to make sure it's all good. We've got this camera way the heck up here. Post maybe? Beam. Oh, I don't want just there. Let's try post again. Alright, so we've got a post here. Alright, so I need to get my guys over to work on some of those rides. Alright, so we're getting riders on it now, which is awesome. Why is it moved to the side? Hi. I mean, it's not pretty, but it'll work. Such a finicky thing here. Alright. Hey, you know what? We're just gonna have the camera floating in space. That would be a nice addition on the game if it would actually create a skeleton for the camera, but I am not going to spend the time to do that. So, yeah. We're just going to leave it as is. So we've got that coaster there. Hopefully more people will come to ride it here in a little bit. How much do we need for the other coaster? We need 27 basically. So we're almost at, we're at 28. Let's increase the loan by another 20. All right, good enough. Let's go ahead and pause and put in this roller coaster right over here. Alright, let's go ahead and edit some here. Let's put the things into the ground that are supposed to be in the ground. Alright, perfect on those. Now let's go in here with our paths and such. We just need the 4. Good enough. Let's go ahead and blend it in. Alright, perfect on that. There we go. Let's move this garbage can over there. We need power for this. We also need it to be testing, so let's get that going. Facilities, power. All right. We've got that there. Let's set the price to be dynamic. And let's put the cars to be a nice yellow. And that is right open. Alright, so we just need to upgrade the scenery rating now in order to really complete this, and we will probably work on that in the next episode. Not too worried about it for this episode. Let's just take a look at our scenery rating and see where we're hurting. Right over here is where we're hurting the most. And probably making this a functional location over here would be a good thing. Alright, so we got to make that functional. We've got to deal with this somehow because right now this is not working. I wonder if I just put a door on this, if it would work. Let's go with property. No. Scenery theme. Let's go resort. Nope, that is still hideous there. Alright, so we're going to have to work on that. What I think it's going to come down to is I need to move the power supplies somewhere else. And I'm not exactly sure where I want to move them yet. Or I need to do a better job of hiding them. than what I have right now. So either way, we'll work on that in the next episode. That's the biggest scenery issue is right there. So we'll deal with that in the next episode. Cable car we need to complete. Alright, so all of those are good. Let's just make sure that this ride does have a ride boot that is working properly. Oh, it's not connected to a ride. Alright, well that's a problem. There we go. Now it is. Alright, so we're going to end this episode by taking a ride on the 2 new coasters here. If you enjoyed what I did in the video, please go ahead and click that like button. And if you've not already, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, so you're aware when I produce new videos in the future. Thank you, and I hope to see you all back for more of Planet Coaster 2.